Hello, Likers. Welcome back to our channel. It's me, your fave, your one and only Ruby girl, Malika. So, Likers, when we are doing a critical review of Mr. Aloy series, When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare, episode 50, part 1. It starts with Jetta making Jonathan to understand that it's not time to play here because this is your future we are talking about. And I will not let your daughter, based on the fact that I love you, play with your future. They play. The next thing shows Jonathan who went as usual to explain to Emeka his supposed bestie. The fact that he is not okay with the way Jetta is putting pressure on him to copy the document from his daughter. But based on the fact that he loves Jetta so much, he doesn't want to disappoint her. So Emeka, we already know where Emeka stands. We already know that Emeka is the mastermind behind everything. Eventually, Emeka wants to ruin Jonathan. So Emeka will eventually support Jetta's action. And that is exactly what Emeka is doing. Because to him, Emeka is making him understand that, guy, you're even lucky. I envy you. To have a wife like Jetta, guy, come on, I envy you because Omo, Jetta is here for you. Jetta is doing this. Jetta, you understand. So stuff to like make him understand that, guy, you are lucky. You should count yourself lucky to see a woman like this standing for you. A woman like this wanting you to succeed. Omo, it is luck. Oh. I envy you, oh guy, you see. So Emeka is trying to, push that narrative that Jetta is a good woman, Jetta wants what's best for you. And Jonathan, as dumb as it is that he has a fish brain, he's everything that Emeka is saying is the truth. Yes, Emeka is right though. Yes, Jetta is correct. Jetta is a good woman. Jetta is the best woman for him. He's not even trying to think on his own, think for himself that big guy. This thing, is it okay? And Emeka is Jonathan. It is love. Jetta wants him to succeed. Jetta wants him to succeed. That is the reason why Jetta is behaving like this. It's only a woman who loves you that will behave like that. And he loves Jetta so much, and he loves her fighting spirit. And Emeka now, definitely Emeka will be pushing, because Jetta is his masterpiece, is his handwork, Now he's pretending to like the fact that Jonathan is happy and that he's even jealous of Jonathan. Because of the way Jonathan is happy, he's jealous of him. Like, guys, be very careful of some friends. So the next scene shows Jetta who is still pressing, like asking Emeka, guy, what do we do? Because at this point, you cannot let a little girl tell you no. This is for your own good. Aren't you tired of your friends insulting you? Aren't you tired of them telling you, making you look bad? Aren't you tired of them looking down on you? So do something, give the go ahead, and let's change this. So that was the impression Jetta was going him. That was the side Jetta was going to. More like, do something. That girl is a small girl. Put her down, pin her down, collect the documents from her. Who is she to tell you no? Why would she tell you no in the first place? You are her father. Anyways, it makes sense. And to him, it's also because I'm making him know that it's also your house, moreover. So why would she have to tell you no? Tell you no for what? She's not supposed to tell you no. She's supposed to accept, and whatever it is that you want her to do, she's supposed to do it. Hands down. Without anything. So Jetta, as dumb as he is, he gave a go ahead so that they should go and pin his daughter down and collabate the documents. How can somebody be this dumb? God, please help me. And now he's going with his wife so that they should go and bring that girl down. So like as the next scene shows Benita in her room studying, and all of a sudden they push the door and entered. This is a 16-year-old girl. Two adults, in their 40s and their 30s are going to pin her down. Can you people imagine this? And she was even shocked, like, guys, what are you, like, she didn't expect to see them in her bedroom, two of them like that. And then the moment, this child is very intelligent, the moment Jetta opened her mouth to speak, she realized that was Jetta, being manipulative. And the moment her dad opened his mouth, she realized that was Jetta speaking through her dad. This was all a planned act. And this was Jetta instigating her father to do this thing. She automatically, she knew that her father on his own, will not come up with something like this. Because to her, that is dumb enough to be able to plan something. Like as there are people that when they do things, but you know that no, they did this. This is them. Now there are other people when they do something, you know that no, this is not them. Somebody else is speaking through them. You understand? And it is really sad that you, a parent, you will not even be able to protect your child. The child stood no chance. She had no, she couldn't do anything. Her father and Jetta had to hold her down, tie her to get the house document. I don't, also at this point I'll also blame Clara. Why? Because Clara knew very well how these people were, but it's okay, it's for the script. But if in reality, you as a mother, you keep the document for safekeep to seek to protect your child, or you give it to somebody like what's his name? Kenny, to keep it because he is a decent person, or you better still keep it yourself. So Jetta looked for the document once the child was tied down and got it, for herself. And now she was happy because she knew that all along this was the reason why she came into that house. That was their plan, to ruin Jonathan, ruin him entirely, And it's really sad because this same child that is crying here today, she'll be the one suffering with her dad. You understand? Now they abandoned her and ran out of the room with the document. This is sad. So the next scene shows Jonathan and Jetta that went into their own bedroom. They are very happy. They are excited. After, at the end of the day, sure, they've gotten what they were looking for. They were very excited. Jonathan was lifting Jetta up. Is happy. Now, Jetta, on the other hand, is making Jonathan to understand. Jonathan is the type of person who loves to be worshipped. He loves his ego to be caressed, they have to be romancing his ego. He loves it. And Jetta is doing just that because she's a manipulator. So Jetta now, at this point, what can Jetta do for Jonathan to put his guards down is to promise him heaven on earth. Make him understand that his friends will be ashamed. They'll come and beg him, this will happen, that will happen. Things that will make him, feel good about himself. Now, okay, what is the next step? They need to take it to the where they're going to loan the money. They need to take it there. They need to take it where they can get something. And also they have to know this is something that comes also with time. They don't just loan you things. They have to do some investigation, which is true. But Jonathan, now this is where I'll ask the question, that why couldn't he do this himself? I God, I beg. Now Jonathan left the room to go and check on his daughter, and Jetta is happy. Jetta is laughing. That's when she realized that Jonathan has a fish brain, or better say a brain of a 3-year-old. Yes, because 3-year-old, they are so innocent. They are kids. They don't know anything. But how is it that an adult in his 40s, will be like that? Are you okay? Is that normal? Jetta could not believe her, because normally they've told her, Debbie had told her, Emeka told her, but she did she until she witnessed it herself. Now she's calling Debbie to announce the good news that she has a document. At least it's an accomplishment to them. Why? Because this was what they were looking for, and it's here. So how else? What can they do if not to celebrate it? It is really sad to see that a parent who is supposed to protect would rather expose their child. So the next scene shows Benny crying, asking for help because she's tied, and it's painful, it's tedious. She needs help. She needs to get out of there. So her father now cannot get her out of there, because to him, if he gets her out of there, she might block their chances of not succeeding with their mission. She might do that. So the next thing shows her father, who came in front of her door. I was trying to make her understand the reason why he was doing all of these things. Like, what could be enough reason to tie down a child, pin their heart down, take a land document forcefully, a house document rather? What could be worse than that? So it's making her understand that he's doing this for them. He's taking a loan. He will return, like she will still have her house back and everything. I don't know if Jonathan really truly feels that he can even take care of a business, and truly feels that he could even succeed in a business. I don't understand, because on a normal day, Jonathan should know that he's not clever enough to be able to run a business. I wish somebody could tell him that. The next thing shows Jetta. Jonathan is anxiously waiting for Jetta to leave so that he could liberate his daughter. Jetta is downstairs with the documents and is ready to go. So they are trying to just go through the last lines, to try to make sure that everything falls in place, everything is okay. And Jetta is doing a good job to reassure him, make him understand that everything will be fine. They just need to do the verifications. Once the verification is okay, then they can do what they have to do, give them the loan, then they can go ahead to do their. Yes, of course, that's what she's expecting. That's what he is expecting, not knowing that it might not end up like that, because once those documents down, what is stopping them from selling the house? So Jetta now leaves to go and hand over the document wherever, and Jonathan go upstairs. The next thing shows Benita sitting alone upstairs in her bedroom after she has cried for hours, and her dad walks in to untie her. You understand? First and foremost, he's first trying to see how she will react and everything. And Benita was just so calm and letting her father untie her and all the rest. The next thing you know, she pushed him down, which is good, because once they will untie you, don't know what they could do to you. Now there's a trust issues now. She can no longer trust her dad, because she does not know what will happen as soon as she'll be untied. Next thing, she pushed her dad down and decided to run away. And now he has to follow her, because he's trying to make sure that Jetta succeed in their mission. The next thing shows Benita running downstairs. She's really running fast. You don't want her father to catch up with her, because she alone knows where she's going to. She ran outside, and she's small, she's a child, she's energetic. It will be very difficult for him to catch her. And definitely him too, he's running after, but the size, the weight, it's not possible for you to run after somebody like that. It's not possible. So at some point he got tired and realized that the daughter has gone very far. So you could see Big Joe going back inside the house, but still looking back to see if he could see Benita. But Benita was long gone, so he decided to go inside and shut the door. This is really sad, like us. This is sad. So the next scene shows Emeka and Debbie, chatting. Emeka is curious, because to him this is a very heavy task. He's skeptical if Jetta will be able to pull it off. But Debbie knows her friend. They come from the streets, they grew up from the streets together, and she knows very well that if there's one thing, Jetta will be able to pull this stunt. Yes, Jetta will definitely pull the stunt. So she trusts Jetta that much to know that regardless of how difficult it is, so long as Jetta could be married to that guy in the space of 2 weeks, it's obvious that Jetta will pull a stunt. Who is Jonathan? Jonathan, you don't even need you don't need charms to use. Like, I don't want to laugh. You don't need charms on him. I'm serious. And you've already gotten Jonathan. It's crazy how some people could be. And this guy is just laughing. It's like he couldn't believe it. And there Jetta was, happy with the documents and all the rest. And they were shocked alive to see that Omo, she came, she brought those documents. So this thing is serious, And Jetta is making them understand that Jonathan is the dumbest person ever. Even his 16-year-old is more intelligent than him. Unfortunately, that is the truth. Because you, a man that would trust a woman so much, that a woman that you just got married to, you trust her so much, so that you carry your child's inheritance, something that tomorrow, no, if her mother could buy her that house simply because she wanted to keep her safe, and this child is not even her biological child, this is your biological child, yet you keep to do things like that, then you are the dumbest person ever. Yes, you cannot even protect your own child. You are dumb as F. So Jetta is teasing Debbie, telling Debbie that, because Debbie was more like, marriage look good on you. So Jetta is making Debbie to understand that Debbie should try it also. It looks good on everyone, especially if you are not suffering. But Emeka is not there. Emeka is a businessman. Emeka wants nothing to do with that. All Emeka wants is to see the documents himself, to judge it himself, then before he could chit chat. That's a real businessman. So Jetta had to bring out the documents, to show them that they are legit, and they were shocked alive, especially Debbie. Debbie couldn't believe her eyes. She passed the document to Emeka. Emeka as well couldn't believe his eyes because, like, it was more like a dream come true. You know, when people have been planning something, and Emeka was curious to understand, like, how did she do it? How was that even possible to do it? You know, Jetta is a big girl now. You know, if you're with somebody who trusts and love you, you manipulate them, which is very wrong. You know, it's very wrong to feel like, you should just manipulate people simply because they trust you and they love you. It is wrong. you know so Debbie is making Jetta understand that when it comes to Jonathan, is the dumbest person ever, and that they are going to make him pay for this. So now, it's then the funniest thing is that it is not only that, Emeka wants more. Apparently, Jonathan has a land. Emeka wants that land. Like, he just wants to ruin the guy, wants to finish him off. Like, as people should like people should be very careful, with the people they put they surround themselves with. Like I said, like, as after this series, I will no more be doing Mr. Lois, review. I'll be doing Amebo, like how I used to do before. So I'll be doing just Amebo, no more this review of this series after the entire series is over. So, like, as please protect your mental health, protect your peace, protect your space. Be careful of people you let into your space, because those people at the end of the day will be your nightmare. An enemy that you know is better than the one that you do not know. An enemy outside is better than a sibling, and is better than a friend that is close by. On this note, I have to say bye, guys.